in the preparatory statements that you made about the CSIS Act and citing Mr. Borovoy, there's a very serious matter going on here when we are allowing a Canadian agency to investigate Canadians on Canadian soil. It is, and the rules of thumb that they have developed since that time are very, very different, I think. I would suggest than the kind of decision that that we had to make under the Emergencies Act, and I would suggest that proper rules of statutory interpretation gets me to this conclusion.
For a second there, I thought you were arguing my case because you were trying to tell me how important the threshold was in the CSIS Act before Parliament would let a secret intelligence agency investigate Canadians in a democracy.
That's right.
We totally agree on that. And then a few years later, Parliament adopted that definition as the threshold for the invocation of the Act. It said the very same threshold, right?
The threshold as applied, as you've seen in testimony before this commission, has evolved. The rules of thumb for interpreting that have evolved. The purpose of that act is very different. So while the words were incorporated, and I have put to you, the magnitude of importance was conveyed, and the kind of threat was conveyed. Given a different decision maker, given a broader set of inputs, the very same words will have not a wider meaning, but will have a wider area of interpretation according to the very structure of the Emergencies Act. And I think that is the interpretation that I would put to you as the one that best bears